Hi, I'm Jax Resto, author of Radio Theater Too Much to Remember. Together with my co-producer Bud Buckley and some wonderful young actors from Venice High School, we have brought back an old art, old-time radio.
Hillbilly, so
Ain't no better why you don't get no better than
that's
that.
right, found the moonshine on this side of the table and pork chops over here.
Yeah, breakfast, all right.
It's not quite as old as this. It's actually web radio, and it's on kdwradio.com. Now, you may think that producing a radio play is some easy stuff, but really it's not. There's a lot that goes into it. It starts with this. Writing it is only the beginning. Then it goes into casting. And casting, finding the right people, even though you don't have to worry about what they look like because they're on the radio, there still is a lot that goes into it. You still have to find people that are going to embody that character and sound like them. And basically, if you're the author, you want those voices to sound like those voices that you've been hearing in your head the whole time you've been writing it. Then once you get your actors, you have to record, and then all the fun begins with the editing and producing. And that's what I do with my co-producer, Bud Buckley. Bud uses Pro Tools, and then after we record the scenes, we actually have to put in sound effects. So some of the sound effects we make. I've heard some sound effects that Bud's made himself in cars and walking around, and sometimes we make them together. And then after we add the sound effects, we add music to it and put it together. And after it's done, Bud?
Yeah, here for instance is the narration that Joe always does in every scene. We have echo on the narration parts so that you can distinguish it between what he's thinking and narrating and what he's actually saying. And we always have music in the background.
I run to the kitchen, but the only person there is my brother Kevin.
I could also put the sound effects of the car running in the background.
The next morning, I jump out of bed, throw on some jeans, and hurry downstairs to catch Dad before he leaves for work.
Most of the music is by Buckley, which is Bud Buckley and myself. And some of it's from local artists in Venice and Sarasota, like Bill Vintage, Michael Miller, and Yaya Diamond. We also have some actors. Most of our actors are Venice High School students, which is awesome. They even play some of the adult characters, which you will see. And but we also have some local celebrities like Yaya Diamond and Joseph Gilia. Let's introduce you to two of our actors. This is Dino Bizzarro. He plays Joe Kovac. Dino, how does it feel to play Joe Kovac?
Well, I relate with Joe Kovac very much in many ways, mainly the way that he thinks. We think alike, and we just have similar thoughts, inner thoughts. Like so many times during the story when he's thinking about Christy and how she's spending time with Brad and getting jealous, and although he doesn't think he's jealous, but he really is at sometimes.
Dino, I didn't even think of asking you to play any other characters since you are in every scene. But you asked me if you could do Dr. Katz, and I was like, yeah, go for it. And it was actually pretty genius. I loved it. So how did you feel playing Dr. Katz?
It was really fun to play Dr. Katz because, I'm just talking in a regular voice, my normal voice as Joe, and I don't have to act too much. But as Dr. Katz, I really got to be someone else and someone funny that I would like to be, and it was very fun interacting and in the same scene with Joe that I could switch back and forth. It was really fun. It was a fun scene.
And it was pretty funny for us because we were sitting there watching, and poor Dino was having a hard enough time staying in character, and we were cracking up the whole time, and he had to keep telling us to shut up.
It was hard enough to get by the scene just normally in that voice, but then I had to say the line over and over again because everybody was laughing in the room.
Give us a little sample.
Hello, I'm Dr. Katz. Let's take a look-see here. Look up. Now. Good. Now, do the hokey-pokey and turn us around.
See what I mean? And this is Lou Harvey, and he plays Pete Cooper, Joe's best friend, and also John Kovac, Joe's dad. We actually found Lou as dad. We found our John Kovac at the auditions. It was actually at the radio station. And there are a couple of scenes where it's the two of them together in the same scene, right? But in Too Much to Remember, he actually plays several characters, but the main characters are Dad and Pete. And we're going to let Lou give you a sample of how he switches back and forth, because it's pretty awesome.
Hi, I'm Lou Harvey, and This is actually Pete's voice that you're hearing. I normally talk in Pete's voice, and his voice is just mine, I guess, for lack of a better term. And this is Joe's dad. Joe, I'm very disappointed in you. You're a little putz, you know that? He was not going to check your prostate. That was actually one of my favorite lines to do, just because the first time we ever read it, you can still hear it on the sampler.
It quickly became a fan favorite. I remember when I posted the promo on YouTube, and a few people went and listened to it, and they said, I love the dad, I love the dad. So we knew we had a star right there. Another star, I should say, because they're all stars. We are going to show you a scene from Too Much to Remember with Joe and Dad. They are talking about Joe is trying to go to school. He's trying to convince his dad to let him go to school, which is actually funny in itself because Joe hates school. But Joe recently had an injury. He got into a fight, and his dad is sort of teaching him a lesson by not letting him go to school, because suddenly now that Joe is in a relationship with Christy again, he actually wants to go to school so he can see her. So this is a hilarious scene with Dino Bizzarro as Joe and Lou Harvey as John, Dad.
Okay, roll them, guys.
Dad, wait.
What is it?
Can I...
Get in here. So a concussion's not enough for you? You want pneumonia too?
Wow, Dad, you sounded exactly like Jodic.
Yeah, funny. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I mean, I just want to know if I can go to school today.
How's your head?
Good.
Ribs?
Good. I feel great, Dad.
That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. But let's give it one more day.
Why? I feel fine.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say the same thing before you threw up on your brother's slippers?
Yeah, but...
One more day.
Oh, come on, Dad. I'm tired of being locked up.
Well, think about that the next time you go walking through an alley at 2 in the morning.
It was 1.
What?
Nothing.
I wish you'd stop mumbling. Now go on. Beat it. I have to get to work.
Dad.
No.
But...
No.
I can't believe you're going to make me miss school.
Son, I usually need a crane to get you out of bed for school. Now suddenly you're upset because I'm letting you stay home?
Good point. Well, I think we're supposed to be having a history test this week.
You know, I think you're right.
I am? I am.
I stopped by Loki's yesterday and got all your assignments. I'm glad you reminded me.
Me too.
They're in the living room on the coffee table. You can work on them while you're locked up. Now go.
Dad.
No.
But...
No. Now go do your homework.
Yeah, whatever. I know how much Dad hates that expression. Anything else you want me to do while you're keeping me locked up for no rational reason other than to punish me?
Walking through an alley at 2 in the morning.
I make it about 2 steps before...
Joe, get back here.
I think I pushed him just a little too far. I slowly approach his window, holding my wrist.
In the first place, son, I'm not punishing you for walking through an alley at 2 in the morning. Despite the obvious lack in judgment,
Dad.
The doctor said you need rest.
Which doctor?
Just stop it, okay? For the last time, Dr. Katz is not a witch doctor.
No,
Nor is he crazy.
But...
Nor was he going to check your prostate. You just imagined it. Furthermore, your brother did not abandon you to fix cars. He's a busy doctor with patients who need him, who don't go wandering through alleys at 2 in the morning. I don't want to hear any of this again.
But
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now maybe if you'd have stayed home yesterday like I asked you to,
Dad.
I'd have probably let you go to school today. But you didn't, did you?
Dad.
Did you?
No, sir.
Despite what I said, you went out. Twice.
Twice? What?
Yes, twice.
Okay, twice. Sorry.
It's not gonna happen again, is it?
No, sir. Won't happen again.
Good. Now please. It's too cold for you to stand out there with no socks or with no shoes or jacket on.
Dad.
Joey.
Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Something else?
Yeah. What was the second place?
The what?
You said, in the first place.
I did?
Yeah, right before. I'm not punishing you for walking through an alley at 2 in the morning. Sorry, never mind.
No, you're right. There was a second place.
What?
There was one.
What?
Nothing. Have a nice day, son.
So that's how it's done. And you can listen to full episodes of Too Much to Remember at www.kdwradio.com. And you can also find it in podcast at kdwradio.com/category/TMTR. You can catch up on all the episodes.
I'm Bud Buckley.
And I'm Jax Resto.
Together we are
Buddha Rest.